Okay, so now we're going to talk about Google Classroom. So Google Classroom looks a little bit like this. You'll have a lot more classes than this one. This is just showing one because I'm using a test student to give you this little demo. So for each class that you're enrolled into, you'll have a Google Classroom. And this is the main area where all your teachers will set you work for class and for homework. So let's have a little look inside this one. So you'll see along the top that you've got the stream, you've got classwork, and you've got people. Now for BTEC IT, we use the stream to give you notices or reminders or any notes that we want you to remember. We don't put your assignments for the class or homework here. We put your assignments in this one called classwork. So in here, you'll see that this student has got some tasks to do. And what we normally do for BTEC IT is that we arrange this in topics, so you can see what topics you've got to be working on. So the other things that you can do in Google Classroom, if we just have a look here, you can first of all see your classes. If you click on the three horizontal lines, you can then see your calendar. So this takes you into the calendar view, and you can select all your classes or particular classes, and you can see over the next few weeks what assignments are coming up. So that's one view of looking at the work that you've got to do. And if you click on one of those, it will take you into that assignment. So some people really like using the calendar because it's kind of visual and it makes it easier to manage time. Another thing you can do is go into the to-do list. So in To Do, you've got assigned, missing and done. So in the assigned tab, it gives you a breakdown of what has been assigned for this week, for next week, and then for further on. So again, another useful tool to help you get organized. The other thing that we can do in here is look at settings. Now, we've talked about notifications before and how important it is that you're aware of what's going on and what work that you're receiving. So in here, this is where you turn on your notifications. And we recommend that you have your notifications on during the working day, over the weekend, but some people like to turn it off in the evenings when they go to sleep to stop their phone pinging with the notifications. So this is where you can control that. But it's really important that you do receive notifications so you're fully aware of the work that you've received. So let's go back to my class here. Another way that you'll be told about your assignments is in your email. So I've set up this test student with those tabs that we talked about before. So in the updates tab, you can see here, Lucy Channon has set me a piece of homework. Go into the assignment and then you can open up Google Classroom directly from your email to see what needs to be done. And you can also see what the deadline is. So we've got lots of ways of telling you that you've got some stuff to do. So let's have a look at the different types of assignments that you might be set by BTEC IT. So first of all, here's one, which is please complete this worksheet. And in this type of assignment, we're going to go and view it. And you will have been given a document. And the document that I've sent you is up here. So we'll just quickly open that up. And it's asking you to watch a video and fill in some bits and pieces. So you'd do that, you'd fill it all in, and then when you've finished it, you're going to click on Hand In. So all the information you need is going to be on your screen. It's going to have the due date, the due time. You fill in the work that you need to do, and then you submit that work once you've completed the worksheet. And that gives me an indication because I'll then get an email to say that you've done that work. Amazing, well done. The next type of assignment you might get is one like this. And in this assignment, I've sent you a video to watch, and I'm asking you to do a mind map or a poster to do some notes for this video. Then it says, please scan in your notes if they're handwritten and upload with a sensible name. If you've completed your notes electronically, please attach them here. So this is where you attach your notes. So this is important that this is sort of done correctly. So what I'm going to do, I did my notes hand-drawn in a mind map, and then I took a picture on my phone. Now on my phone, I use an app called ScanBot. Now ScanBot basically turns my phone into a scanner, so it gives me a really clear picture of anything I've done handwritten. So I'm going to add my file now. So I've done my file, I've emailed it to myself, and then I downloaded it, and I'm dragging it in now. Now the important thing for these notes is that it's got a sensible name. So when I scanned it in on my phone, I said, I don't want to scan 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not very helpful later on. So I've given it a name which is helpful, which is IT Induction Notes. Once I've uploaded my scanned version of my notes, I could hand it in. If I've done electronic form of notes, I'd just go into here, go into my Google Drive, and then I'd attach the file that I'd created. Alternatively, you could have created a doc directly from there and filled in your notes and then submitted it. So there's lots of different ways, but it's really important that whatever you do, it's named correctly so it's easy for you to find these notes later on. Once the notes are attached, then you would hand that in. There we go. It shows really clearly what the name of those notes are, so it's sensible. Fantastic. Another type of assignment that you might get is a quiz. So we sometimes send out quizzes and they might look like this. So in this assignment, I've got a quiz to complete. So I'd click on the link and the quiz would pop up and I'd fill in the quiz and I'd finish it. And then once I've finished the quiz, I'm just going to mark that as done. If I wanted to say a little comment to the teacher, I might say, "Hi, I found this quiz really hard and I do it again." So you can always add little comments to your teacher and then they will respond to you on that. But I've done the quiz, so I'm going to mark that as done as well. Aren't I doing well? Getting all my homework done. Fantastic. So now I'm going to go and look back at that to-do list and see what I've got. So now I can see that next week I've got just one task left, and I can also see all the things that I've handed in, and I've done them early, which is exactly the way to do it. So that is a little bit of a walkthrough of Google Classroom. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please ask your teacher.